friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and I am excited today to talk to you about bounty hunters. And specifically, I'm excited to introduce you to our newest bounty hunter from the Clone Wars, Mr. Embo. Now, for those of you who don't know who Embo is, you can check this video out over here or over here. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but what you can do in this video is a video that I made. It's a brief video. It's pretty quick, and it goes through who Embo is as a character and talks about what he, his role in Star Wars, his role as a bounty hunter, who he's teamed up with, so on and so forth. But there are 3 things that you need to know about this newest bounty hunter. 1, he is a bounty hunter. He's being added to the bounty hunter faction. He's also a scoundrel. That's 2. And the 3rd thing, he's a failed male model. Now, that will make a lot more sense if you go to the other video and check that out. Embo is a very, very deadly bounty hunter. He's got a cool freaking hat, and he carries a bowcaster. Now, that's awesome. We saw the damage that Chewie did to Kylo Ren with a bowcaster. We see how Han Solo, before Kylo Ren gutted him, killed people with a bowcaster. It's a powerful weapon. Now, what's interesting about this video, or what I'm going to do in this video, is kind of stray away from what I've done in the past. And now in this video, I'm actually going to kind of forego the regular Rancor raid. I did try it out, and it was awesome. It was really fun to watch because they dominated. They absolutely dominated, but there was kind of a bug in the system, and just because of that, I've decided to show you a few different areas of the game. 1, I'm going to show you PvP. I'm going to show you how Embo and the bounty hunters play in PvP. Now, this is not the most effective video, but what it's going to actually look at is kind of some of the pitfalls that I was able to exploit against this character. Now, I didn't use him to the fullest ability, his fullest extent. There were definitely some tweakages that I'm going to have to look into, but I do think this is a valuable look. 2, I'm actually going to show you phase 1 of the Sith Triumvirate raid. And this is, I think, where Embo and the bounty hunter faction is going to shine. Now, keep in mind that my goal here was just to see how effective that I was going to be, and it was pretty fun. Now, moving on, I'm going to jump right into this. I'm going to pop up some arenas, some PvP up here on the board while I go over his kit. Now, Embo's kit is really an interesting one, and it plays on the protection mechanic, right? It plays just on protection. His first ability is called Dismantling Shot, and it dispels all buffs and deals physical damage to a target enemy. Now, a flat-out dispel on your basic is awesome, especially coupled with any of the bounty hunters who allow or who pull in other characters to do extra damage, right? If he's going to be pulled in on an attack and assist, he's going to be throwing off those buffs that his opponent has, and that is going to be incredibly beneficial in a number of different areas. It's going to be beneficial in the raids. It's going to be beneficial in territory wars and territory battles. It's going to be very beneficial in PvP. Now, again, you're probably not seeing that based off what you're seeing from my footage, but it definitely is interesting. Now, also, we have his first special ability called Kyuzo War Helmet. Now, this is the thing that he wears on his head, that really cool hat that I kind of want one. It has a 3-turn cooldown, and it reads, deal physical damage to target enemy. This attack deals bonus damage equal to 35% of Embo's max protection. Then Embo loses 50% protection. That's going to be a lot because you want Embo to have a solid amount of protection, because plus 35% that's a lot, right? That's a lot of extra damage, and it's powerful. His first unique ability, which is his first Zatable ability, reads, Embo can't be critically hit. Embo also has 30% offense when he has protection, and 30% critical chance when he has no protection. When Embo receives damage from an attack, if he has no protection, he gains Foresight for 2 turns. Now, that Foresight's going to come in handy in a lot of different areas, and because of the survivability of this character, I really think that this is that foresight's going to make this character a lot more survivable. Now, his leadership ability is called the Quiet Assassin. Now, this is his second Zatable ability, and it reads, all bounty hunters gain 50% counter chance plus 50% health steal. When a bounty hunter ally scores a critical hit during their turn, they gain offense up for 1 turn. When Embo is in the leader slot, contracts happen, right? Now, to activate Embo's contract, you have to deal damage to an enemy without buffs 15 times. Not difficult with the right characters, with the right team makeup. Now, the reward he offers is all bounty hunters gain plus 50% offense. When a bounty hunter ally uses a basic ability, they deal damage equal to 7% of the target's max protection. All bounty hunter allies have their payouts activated. Now, think about that. 7% of the target's max protection. That's a lot for some characters. That is a ton. And then you couple that with 50% offense, and that basic ability is going to be something that is going to play into effect with someone by the name of Greedo. Now, before I go into Greedo and before I go into the other bounty hunters and the team makeups that you want to look into, I want to talk about Embo's payout. Now, Embo's payout becomes active when he, does the damage 15 times or whenever whoever's contract is activated. Now, his payout reads, Embo takes a bonus turn after scoring a critical hit. Embo can't take consecutive bonus turns, but Embo also gains a new special ability called Elusive Strike. Now, Elusive Strike reads thus: deal physical damage and recover protection equal to the damage dealt. This attack ignores protection. That is awesome. So you're recovering protection, which gives you additional offense. You're going to ignore the opponent's protection, which is sweet, right? And you activate this ability. Now, what's cool about this payout, though, is he takes an additional turn. It's immediate, right? He takes a second turn right off the bat anytime he critically hits. Now, it can't be twice in a row, which does kind of suck. It's not stacking. It would be cool if it did, but it doesn't, right? It also probably be way overpowered if it did stack or if he just kept attacking. What that means is his cooldowns are going to go down pretty quickly because he's going to keep being able to go. Best way to mod this character, in my opinion, I did put him originally with critical damage. Not smart. You want to have critical chance because you want to be able to have that second turn, that other turn. Now, in the raids, and especially in the phase 1 raid, this is just a new raid that you don't have to use Jedi Training Rey, you don't have to use other characters. This is a very, very solid team. It's meant to be a time saver. It's meant to be a team that allows you to go in, do a ton of damage, and just leave. Part of this, and the reason I'm showing you Greedo here, is because Greedo is awesome under an Embo lead. Now, Greedo's basic ability is called deal physical damage. You get a 75% chance to gain potency up for 1 turn. When attacking with a thermal detonator, you have plus 25% critical damage. Pretty sweet, right? 25% critical damage. But then you look at Greedo's unique. His unique, if at first you don't succeed, Greedo has plus 15% critical chance and 50% chance to attack again whenever he scores a critical hit. Okay, so you want Greedo, really high crit chance, right? Ridiculously high crit chance. He doesn't have that in this video. Keep that in mind as you're watching this. For Greedo, I have critical damage on him, and he does some solid critical damage. Keep in mind, crit chance, crit chance, crit chance, crit chance, right? Because you want him to keep going as often as possible. Because under an Embo lead, right, he has, anytime he's hit, he's going to be the one just hitting again, right? Because he has a 50% counter chance until he has a payout. Greedo's payout reads thusly. Greedo has plus 50% health steal, which added to the other 50% health steal that he gets from Embo, that's 100% health steal. Pretty freaking sweet, right? But I'm not done. He also has plus 25% critical damage, which if the enemy has a thermal detonator on them, that jumps to 50% critical damage. Solid, right? Plus 75% counter chance until the end of the battle, which means that if you put that unbreakable will on Greedo, every time he's hit, he's going to hit again, and he's going to hit again, and he's going to hit again if he has a critical chance. If he has a ton of critical chance and he's hitting critically, he can do some solid damage. This team can do some solid damage. Now, I ran this phase 1 team. It took me about 5 minutes, and I did 1.5 million, right? Did a little over 2.5%, I think, which for not really knowing the team setup, I'm not great with bounty hunters. I use them sporadically and in different places. That's not bad. If you have 50 people with this team, that's going to be a really, really quick run because phase 1 is just going to be destroyed. I don't know, guys. I know that I didn't play the PvP as well as I probably should have. I know I put them up against some random teams. There's a lot of really good builds out there, and I put them against some very strong meta teams. I think my combination just wasn't as effective as it probably should have been. Or could have been. I don't know. How would you have changed this makeup in Arena? Arena's never been my strong suit, so I wanted to show you kind of some of the weaknesses that Embo has, right? You're seeing the good, the bad, and the ugly. Really, really ugly when it comes to what I'm showing you in Arena. How would you have changed that? What would you have done differently with the Arena team? How would you have changed the makeup? How would you have changed the setup? How would you have changed the attack order? What are you going to do differently against the Sith Triumvirate? Now, right off the bat, I just want to say that if you're a whale, you're probably going to buy him anyways. If you're not and you're on the fence, don't spend crystals on this character. Just spend the money. If you're going to buy him anyways, just spend the $9.99. Get the guaranteed, star increase. Don't spend on the crystals. That's just my personal belief. I do think he's probably worth the $9.99. Other than that, I'm not going to buy him. I'm going to wait till he's farmable. I do think he's going to be on a higher farmable note. I think that he's going to be one that you're going to want to farm when he comes out because he's going to be a good farm. What do you think? Based off the information that I've shown you, based off the other game changers who've made videos already, what do you think about this character? Leave a comment in the section below. Check out my other video that kind of gives a history of Embo. It's kind of silly. I meant it to be silly. Or check out my video, or check out Wikipedia. That's where I got a lot of the information from. Let me know what you guys think about Embo, because I'm really curious about what you want to see him and how you want to see him played, because I think there's a lot of potential with this character. I don't think he's going to change the face of the bounty hunters, but I do think that he's a very solid character. As always, guys, leave a comment in the section below. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. Stay nerdy, my friends.